Today we're going to look at note 3, Cardijn's response to the proposed plan of work of the Preparatory Commission on Lay Apostolate, as sent out by its Secretary, Monsignor Achille Glorieux. It's pretty clear right from the beginning that Cardijn's not happy with that plan of work, and if we look at it, we can see why. It's a very abstract framework, beginning with notions and definitions of the lay apostolate before moving on to forms and methods, and then to formation. And of course, the inevitable submission to the hierarchy, the first mention of anything to do with the church specifically, before any mention of the role of priests and laity. Strangely enough, it makes no mention of evangelization, which is the subject of the first subcommission of the Preparatory Commission, and the one to which Cardijn himself belongs, although they do mention social action and charitable action, which are the subjects of the other two commissions. So even at first sight, there's a number of points here that don't seem to make sense, and certainly they don't correspond to Cardijn's way of looking at things and his approach. So he responds with an initial comment saying that the starting point should be two initial realities. The first of those realities is the church, its mission and its composition in relation to the lay apostolate. And the second of those realities is the life and the needs of the people of the church, who are all created by God with a mission and a vocation that they've received from God. And their role is in fact to help the world and humanity to discover their own mission. So that's a completely different starting point from that abstract idea with which the commission was going to begin. And he goes on to respond to each of the other points that they've proposed, following one by one. But of course, he emphasizes his own ideas, beginning with, of course, apostolic formation based on the See Judge Act, appropriate to life and the milieu to which each person belongs. He says the Joseph's method educates the individual to see, judge and act as a person and as a Christian and an apostle. This is, of course, inevitably what he thinks the commission needs to focus on. Another interesting point that he mentions at several instances is the word collaboration. He insists on collaboration between priests and lay people, collaboration with other Christians and with non-Christian religions, and also with other institutions, other world institutions. So again, it's a completely different approach from that underlies the commission's, the preconceptions behind the commission's approach, working with the world rather than against the world. This is Cardijn's way. Finally, to put all this into a way in which it could influence the council, he proposes that the council itself should begin with a declaration, and that declaration should insist on the current importance of the apostle of the laity and its growing need in response to the current problems of the world, to which the church must and wishes to provide a response. So this is Cardijn's concept. He's kind of breaking out of the framework that the commission have proposed, and we'll see tomorrow how he frees himself from that framework and proposes something completely different.